And she's so sweet. I just really like her. She's really
I
authentic.
love her. She's a sweetheart. That's one thing. She's a sweetheart.
She really is. And then she has another friend, Kara, that Kara is like a go-getter. She's funny.
He's very funny.
You don't know what might come out of her mouth.
Yeah.
How really a funny.
Well, won't that be exciting next week, Izzy? You can introduce your new team member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm gonna see Kira on Tuesday because she's kind of still thinking about it. She wants to make sure this is something that she is good for her right now.
Amen. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
good.
yeah.
And if her husband wants to hear more about Mary Kay, I can give him, whatever questions he has, I'm happy to answer for him or send him some literature or a video or whatever the case may be. Because
Okay.
because I know that he thinks it's a pyramid thing and it's not.
Yeah, he has a lot of his own ideas about a lot of things, so I think,
Right? It's all good.
yeah. But
Yeah. So we will do our best to educate. So anyway, I'm excited to be on here tonight. It is so like end of the month excitement. We are racing to, I don't know about y'all, but we're racing to hit a number for just like a big goal that we have before fall advance. So
I
we're building.
I, I'm this being what the first or second month that we've ended PCP right at one day after the end of the month. I'm kind of hoping the company will go a few more days. A lot, yeah, not. I know they won't this time, but I would prefer not to have the end of the month and PCP at the same time.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Although there's no reason that it couldn't have been done in the middle of the month.
Right.
That's what they would say. And that is true.
Right, but it's new. And you know what? When I first started Mary Kay, I questioned the star quarters. I questioned PCP. I thought there's just really no reason why you couldn't have the deadline on an even date. Why would you have to have it on the 17th of the month? To me, that made no sense at all. Just because
And now do you see the wisdom of it?
I think it's more logical.
Having what, when, the 17th
I think
or
I
the
know.
first?
I think ending it at the end of a month is more logical because then you can line it up with you guys. Okay, this is the deadline for it's the end of the month. This is your last time to get to this level in your business. It's the last time that you're going to be able to get in for this contest deal. It's the last time for you to sign up your customers for the preferred customer program.
I
It
totally,
lines up.
I totally agree with you, but I am very grateful they're giving us one more day.
Oh, they are giving us another day?
October 1st. We
Okay.
have till, is it Wednesday?
Yes.
So you get all day on October 1st to do it. So, that's nice.
I lied to my people then. They think it's September the 30th.
Yeah.
So, Lori, I love your earrings and your bright blouse. It looks so pretty.
Welcome, everybody. Hi, Laura, Jean, Deborah, Stephanie,
Tony,
Tony, Lori.
Jean.
Izzy and I have been chatting since 1:45. I was trying to talk her into singing for me.
I didn't know she's a singer. Okay, you guys, Izzy is a brand new beauty consultant, only hours old. So let's give her some shout outs.
And she's here, making it a
Right.
priority already to get educated. That's a good
right.
sign.
We meet here every Monday night, same time, same place.
Yes.
Different training though.
well, and some good advice my friend told me when I was like nervous and maybe just like had some doubts because like I know kind of I told Jana like my story of before this a little bit, but she was like either go fully in or not at all, which is something I've heard before, but I think that's very true. So
Yeah,
might as well go
Good,
for
guys.
So.
go for the gusto, sister.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock.
All righty, we're going to start with our announcements. We have a lot to hear and learn today, so we are going to keep things moving because we value your time. And, if you get done in good time, you've still got a couple minutes in the evening to get in touch with another customer. First thing is, it's the end of the month, and there are some people here going to fall advances that maybe are working on a challenge to meet a certain level, and so your order makes a difference. The other thing is for you. What are you working on? And does getting your order in by the end of the month, which is Tuesday, tomorrow, um, and that is important. And I will tell you, all of your units, regardless of whose units you are in, it makes a difference at the end of the month for us to do as much as we can each and every month. So keep that in mind. Who can you contact? What's your inventory? Check things out. And we always recommend don't wait till the last hour or two of the month to place an order. So many orders go in on the last day, the whole process slows down, and you don't want to miss out by waiting till the last minute and then having a technical glitch. Or evidently here in Manhattan, that people have been losing electricity for some reason today. And you would not want to have that happen when you're ready to place an order. So please make it a priority. If you are planning to place an order, you probably can get it placed by 5 o'clock tomorrow night, if not by this evening. So think positive on that. The other thing is preferred customer program deadline is October 1st. And this is the opportunity for all of your customers that you put on that list to receive the lookbook, the most recent lookbook. Our customers have just gotten that the last week or so from the last one we enrolled. And I will tell you, I always have an uptick in reorders when people get those beautiful books in the mail and they just remember they needed things. And even if you think, well, I can just hand my lookbooks out to my customers, you won't get to all of them. No way. The best way to do it is to get them on that list. It's a business investment and it is well worth it. So also don't wait till the last day for that, which you're very close to the last day, because the lookbook has samples in it. And they only have so many sample lookbooks. And sometimes on that last day, they run low on the ones with samples, and then your customers may not get a sample in her lookbook. So she'd still get the lookbook, just not the one with the sample in it. I've learned to take my customer list that always get the lookbook from me, and I do that order early on because I can always order or add in the last couple people, that new customers that I might have gotten in the last week or so. I can add those in later. You don't have to do it all at once. There's no price difference. It all works out the same. So there we go. Now I want to introduce you to our top 3 consultants turning in their information this week. And number 3 is the amazing Lori Parks with 1,194 points. So congratulations, Lori. I want you to okay, good. You've got your mute off. And
Yep.
I'm going to ask you, not what did you do this week? We know you probably held lots of appointments and talked to lots of people because that's your go-to strong point and what makes you successful. If you had to give, let's say you had to give our new consultant, Izzy, one tip based on what you did this past week, or one hint to make your business successful, in just a few words, what would you tell Izzy and the rest of us?
Keep booking appointments and never ever give up.
All right. You know, if we don't have any bookings, we don't have a business. I learned that long time ago. Mary Kay herself probably said those words in a meeting I would have been in. So thank you, Lori, for that. Now, number two, from Allison's unit with 1,382 points, Deborah Kundon. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Deborah, can you unmute? Are you here? Is she here?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. How do you say your last name?
Condon. It's Irish.
I know. How do you say it?
Condon.
Condone. Okay. I'm going to ask you the same quick question that I asked Lori. If you could give one hint that would help everyone else here have a week like you did, what would that one hint be?
Well, first of all, it would be to listen to your director and do exactly what she says.
Well, that's a good idea. Perfect. Guess what? Your director's been there, done that, had all the scary things happen, have all the funny things happen, had all the successful things happen. She knows. So good job, Deborah. No wonder you've had a great week. And then our queen of the day with 3,544 points, Sherry, I can't read my own writing, Sherry Rice. Where is Sherry?
Hi.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi
Okay.
there. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations for being
thank
number
you.
one.
Yay.
Now I'm
I'm
going to
so
ask you,
excited.
I'm going
Thank
to
you.
ask you exactly the same question. What one hint would you give all the consultants here to help them have a fabulous week like you did?
Yes. One hint I would say is to continue to let people know what you do, that you do Mary Kay, because people love Mary Kay. I kid you not. Okay, I just need to tell this short story.
Okay.
I work a full-time job with the county. I help people with getting their business licensing. So one lady in another department, all the way down the end of the hall, she asked me for a catalog because I shared with her a couple weeks ago, that I did Mary Kay. I took her catalog today. Do you know she ran to my office probably 10 minutes later? She had her list written out and $100 bill. She was like, I need these things right here. So people love Mary Kay, and you just have to share with them what you have, and I promise you they are going to order from you. You can get leads from them. You can book parties with them. So I have several bookings on my books already. So keep booking.
Great, great. Man, we've gotten great hints. And they're nothing flashy. They're the basics of our business. And that's what makes the difference. So congratulations to all three of you. And thank you for sharing those amazing hints. And the bottom line is, don't keep your business a secret. Let people know. Let people know. Okay, and always look like you are a Mary Kay consultant. Professionally attired, professional face, professional hair. Makes a difference. Okay, now we have something very special going on here. Well, I'm going to talk about the first three levels very quickly because we have 5 minutes of our career path. You can be anywhere you want in Mary Kay. You can stay where you are when you come in as a consultant. You can, and that means you don't have any team members, but you're building your business, you're selling the product, and you're getting that great 50% that very few other companies have besides us. I don't know if anybody else does, but we do. And so that is wonderful because there's nothing like buying a product for one and selling it to someone for two and having that dollar in your hand afterwards. Only we don't have anything that's $2. So, we're going to have more than $1 in our hand. So we have consultants. The next step up is called senior consultant. And the senior consultant has one or two active team members. Now, the key word is active. That means she has placed in one calendar month, within 3 months, one calendar month, the order of 225 wholesale has to come in. That's 450 retail, 225 wholesale. That makes you active. You could have 5 team members, but if none of them are active, you aren't a senior consultant. You have the consultants on your team to make you a senior consultant with 1 or 2 team members must be active. In other words, working their business some. But today we have among us, I'm looking for her, a brand new star team builder. A star team builder is a person with 3 active team members. And here's the thing to remember. We don't get to rest on our laurels in Mary Kay. We can have 3 active team members, and if they haven't ordered in 3 months, next month, we're a senior consultant. So we want to keep building our team because there's sometimes people on your team that do a little. There's some people on your team who do a moderate amount, and there's some who are really working their business and making it go great guns. So the key is having active team members. So I need Betsy Lee there you are. Betsy is our newest star team builder, which is 3 active team members, and we also might call her a red jacket because she gets to wear the beautiful red jacket from the company with 3 active team members. So, and I know she's going to keep working her business because she wants to stay in that red jacket. And if you don't have 3 active team members, you don't get to wear the red jacket. So what we have here, Betsy, I would like you to repeat after me the star team builder oath.
She needs to unmute.
Yes, she needs to unmute. And I'm going to have the rest of you stay muted, but if any of you are also star team builders, it's just like when we're at seminar and we have new directors saying the director oath. The directors stand in the crowd and say the oath with them. So we are going to have, if any of the rest of you are in your red jacket, you're going to stay muted, but you're going to repeat this too. So, Betsy, are you ready for your oath?
Do I need my red jacket on? I've been working 12 hours. I'm sorry. I'm not Mary Kay attire ready.
No, we're going to go with it.
All right.
Okay. Repeat after me.
Yes,
As a star team builder,
as a star team builder,
I pledge to live true
I pledge to live true
to the golden rule philosophy,
to the golden rule philosophy,
to encourage and support my team
to encourage and support my team
with love and respect,
with love and respect,
to lead by example,
to lead by example,
and to carry on Mary Kay's mission
Mary Kay's mission
by extending the Go Give spirit
by extending the Go Give spirit
to everyone I meet.
to everyone I meet.
This I pledge
This I pledge
as a brand new star team builder.
as a brand new star team builder.
Yay! Congratulations.
How
Onward
full
and
circle
upward.
is that? Because you were my mom's lead or
Yeah.
director, and
Uh-huh.
then my mom got me into Mary Kay, and now you're the one telling me the oath. That's kind of cool. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
That is great. Okay, now everyone needs to know she's moving on to her next step. She's not sitting here just enjoying her little red jacket. I know Betsy has her eye on the next level, and that is team leader with 5 to 7 active team members on her team. So she can be there next month. You can, if you have no team members, you can be a star team builder by the end of next month too, if you want to. It just involves opening your mouth and sharing the career opportunity, which is exactly what Betsy's been doing. And if you may say, like I did when I first started my business, I don't want any team members. I don't know what to do with them. Well, silly me, my senior director just happened to have the information of what to do with new team members. And so when I got that one figured out, in 1 month, I went to team leader. It was a total mindset. So are you ready to change your mindset tonight? So a month from now, we have a whole group of new star team builders, team leaders, and beyond. You don't have to stop. You don't have to do one level a month. You can do them all in 1 month. No problem. So congratulations, Betsy. And let's see who's going to be joining her in her beautiful red jacket in the next few days. All right. Well, now we have, I believe, Allison Carter going to do our training. So everybody grab your notebooks and your pens, because
All right, you're definitely going to need your notebook today, guys. Get your pens ready. We're going to write some things down fast. You may want to come back to this because this is kind of a meaty part of training, and I have about 15 minutes to go over a lot of content. So I'm going to talk fast and you're just going to write fast. But you will be able to go back and watch the replay. So tonight we're going to talk about upselling. And I think in order for there to be an upsell, there has to be a sell, right? And so we're going to go over the individual consultation when you are closing the sale with your parties, with your virtual appointments, the things to say. Remember Gloria Mayfield Banks saying, you want to do this is what you say. And I was like, I wrote it down just as fast as she was saying it because I wanted to know what to say. We all say things wrong all the time. And the sooner you can learn the right things to say and practice those things over and over again, the faster you'll be able to pay attention to other areas of your business, because it'll be just like when you're driving and singing your favorite song, you can do 2 things at once and you're not even really thinking about it. A small disclaimer here, your director may have tweaked this a little bit. There may be a few things that she says differently. The gist is the same. I'm going to also share my screen in a minute to show you a perks page that you can consider. Your director may have a different one. I'm just using it for purposes of illustration. Don't freak out about the form, or you have to say exactly what I'm saying. Talk to your director about her 5 closing questions and what the close should look like. But typically this is generally just about what everybody does. Okay. So the first thing that happens, the party is over, you're meeting with individual consultations. As you know, throughout the course of the party, you're telling them at your individual consultation, you'll do this, we'll discuss it at your individual consultation. We used to say at your checkup facial, that was how my girls were trained. We would just talk about your checkup facial, your checkup facial, your checkup facial. So then when you go to the individual consultation, they're like, when do I get my checkup facial? Because they're so used to hearing it. So they know they're going to have an individual consultation with you. You're sitting down with her, whether that's on the phone or a voiceover, or you're sitting across the table from her, or you're doing a FaceTime or whatever. Here are the 5 questions that I ask. Before my close even starts, the very first thing that I do is I give her a genuine compliment. Now, if you're in my unit, this is like, you've heard this so many times, you're probably saying this training with me, but we say a genuine compliment, like, thank you so much for coming. So like, I'm going to just use Jana because it's just what I saw her name pop up. So I'm going to say, Jana, thank you so much for coming, girl. I appreciate you being here. Whatever it is, you thank her for coming to the party. Okay. The party is over and now we're moving on to the thing. We're not doing the role play just yet, Jana. I'm just using your name as an example. So I would say, Jana, thank you so much for coming. It was so nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you're here, or whatever it is. Okay. Real short, quick. Then as soon as I ask my first closing question, I'm in the zone of my close. Okay. So I know that I'm sticking to my close. And so the very first question is, did you have a good time? Did you have a good time today? Did you have a good time this afternoon? And you're shaking your head like this. This is important. Okay. So you're like, did you have a good time? And you're smiling and you're going just like this. Okay. It's very hard for her not to mirror what you're doing. Okay. So if you go, did you have a good time? I mean, you can see the difference, right? Okay. So did you have a good time? The second question, how does your face feel? Okay. Now this is of course after she's tried the product. If you're doing a virtual and it's like a QVC style, I would say like, thank you guys for coming. Did you have fun? Don't you wish you could touch your face, feel my face? It feels amazing. I'll tell you how it feels. However, you're going to tweak it. But these are the questions. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? You literally touch your face like this. How does your face feel? How does your face feel? How does your face feel? She will do this. Oh yeah, my face feels great. She will touch her face because she's going to mirror what you're doing most of the time. Okay. What did you like the best about the skincare? That's the third question. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? What did you like the best about the skincare? Not what did you like best? Because she'll say the lipstick, the lip gloss. And you're in the business to sell skincare sets. You're not in the business to sell lip glosses. Okay, we sell lip glosses, but we're trying to do skincare sets. So what did you like the best about the skincare? Now, if she says, I love the satin lips that I put that scrub. It was like so good. My lips feel so good. I go, great, awesome. That's one of my favorites. What did you like the best about the skincare? Redirect right back to skincare. Okay. In a delicate way, but I redirect her back to the skincare. Oh, the skincare. I'm prepared for her to say she loved it. I'm prepared for her to say, it was okay. I kind of like what I'm using better. Whatever. I'm sticking to my closing questions. I don't want to get off course. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? What did you like the best about the skincare? The fourth question is, if money were no object, what sets would you go home with today? Okay. Zip it, let her talk. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? What do you like the best about the skincare? If money were no object, what sets would you take home today? Now, let me give you a little training on why you say that. If money were no object, what sets would you, what is she going to say? Oh, if money were no object, I want it all, but my husband just got laid off, but I did it. Okay. I just want to know, if money were no object, what would you go home with? Because the truth is, I have leverage now. You're going to tell me all your favorite things. You loved everything. That's what I need to know. I need to know what you loved, with not talking about money. Just what did you love? The whole thing, the bag, the brushes, everything she saw that she put on her face, she loves, she wants it all. Okay, that's what I need to know, because later I can leverage that when she says she doesn't have enough money and I want her to be a hostess, or I know what kind of gift to give her in the future, or as a hostess gift, or as a birthday gift, or as a special drop-in gift with something, or something special. I don't know, whatever, but it lets you know what she really liked. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? What did you like the best about the skincare? If money were no object, what sets would you go home with? And then the last question is, what would you like to start with today? What sets would you like to start with today? What sets would you like to start with today? What sets would you like to start with today? Okay. So she's going to tell you if money were no object. And then I go right into what sets would you like to start with today? Now I'm working from a closing sheet of some kind, or some sets that you put together, or whatever. I've done this close for years, and I've had very consistent sales with my personal sales because I've mastered the questions. If the dog starts barking, the UPS guy shows up, the kids are screaming, the kitchen's on fire, I'm like, okay. Did you have a good time? Okay, and we get back together, then I'm like, okay, so how does your face feel? I go right back to my clothes. Like it's got to be like, because that it's just the same all the time. And you want to, even if you sit down with her and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm excited. I already know what I want. I already know what I want. I go, okay. Did you have a good time? Okay. How does your face feel? Like I still try to squeeze in my closing questions so that I stay on course with the close. Okay. If you get into you start matching her energy with tell me what you want, then you can miss something and you can get off course. And then you go, oh, I forgot to ask her, because you've practiced it this way. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? What'd you like the best about the skincare? If money were no object, what sets would you go home with? And now tell me, now you get to tell me all the things that you want. What sets do you want to go home with today? Notice I said, what sets do you want to go home with today? Okay. Like I'm prepared for you to go home with, oh, you mean I get to like, oh yeah, I got the product in my car. Oh yes, I've got the product right here on my shelf. Oh yes, I'm going to ship those products to you. I'm going to hand deliver those products to you tomorrow. Whatever it is. And they're, oh, then they look at the book a little differently, right? Okay, so those are the closing questions for right now. There's more to the close, but that's what where we're getting right now. So now she starts to tell you what she likes, what she wants. Well, I want to say this. So I want you to write these words down underneath those 5 questions. Anything else? Anything else? So when she goes, well, I think right now I'm going to definitely start with the miracle set. And I go, okay, great. And then I write it down and then I look up at her and I go, anything else? With a smile, anything else? And she's like, well, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and get the microdermabrasion too. And I go, okay, great. Microdermabrasion. Anything else? I will say anything else until she says no. I can't tell you how much extra money, that's an upsell right there. Anything else, because you think you're just nervous about the sale. You want her to buy something. She says miracle set. You're like, okay, great. Miracle set. Da, 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 da. Okay, great. So that's like, especially if she's a little bit awkward, like if it's not super flowy with your conversation, sometimes it can seem like it took her a long time to decide what she wants. And so she finally comes up with this and you're like, okay, great. Anything else? Even if she says, if I go through all the closing questions and she says, I think tonight I'm just going to get a lipstick. And I go, okay, great. What color would you like? Okay, awesome. Anything else? Because she might be thinking, let me just see how this plays out. If she's going to pressure me or she's going to make me feel some kind of way. And I just go, anything else? Well, tell me a little bit more about, and then the conversation starts. And the next thing you know, she buys $200 worth of product and she's getting travel roll away for free. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, because I've given her an opportunity to shop. She almost upsells herself. Now, when she says, nope, that's it. I go, okay, great. And I total everything up. And this is, I switched. So the anything else is an upsell because you're giving her an opportunity to add more. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. I hope. Oh boy. Hold on. Let's see. I should have done this before, but why is it not showing up? Desktop 2. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. Give me just a second here. Okay, let me see if you can see can you guys see my perks? Yes, okay, it looks like it's up there. Okay, so here's a word I started using that's made a big difference for me. I will say at the end, okay, your order unlocks my pink perks. The word unlocks, for whatever reason, is sort of like sexy. Okay. Instead of like, you've earned this or whatever, I just have said, guess what? You've unlocked the pink perks with your order. And then this would be an opportunity for you to show her your sales or your list of 50% off items that you have or something else that she can add. This is in addition to the anything else. Okay, great. All right, awesome. Oh, your order unlocks our pink perks. And then you have the pink perks flyer, and this is a suggestion, your director might use something different than this. There's lots of different things that are similar to this. These are for every $50, she gets a half price item. Okay, now some of them are the steals and deals or whatever, a different format, but it's basically the same concept. Okay, so she can add 50% off. We've heard Lori talk about this before with her 50% off items. I don't include the tax. It's the retail value of the product before tax. Okay, so if it's $200 after sales tax, I go back to 150. I default back to 150 usually. I mean, that's just kind of how I've always done it, your retail value. Okay. So you've unlocked 50% off items. And then she'll look at that, and if she goes, and this is again, she goes, oh, it's the acne treatment gel. I wish it was the blemish control toner. This is where you swoop in with your pink cape and you're like, okay. Like I try to stick to the perks, but I deviate if they are going to add 2 or 3 items for 50% off and it's similar to what's on here, or it sparks an interest in something else, then I will say, okay, let's go ahead. Don't tell anybody, but I'm going to do it for you. And then I give her those 3 items. So then I total the rest of the thing up, and there you've just upsold her onto something else. Are you making any money on it? No, it's 50% off, but you just got her on 3 additional items that she wouldn't have been on, or she's getting somebody else on. Maybe she's buying 50% off something for her husband. It's not sets, it's items. So it's not the microdermabrasion, well, I do microdermabrasion set if it's on here, but it's probably not really ever going to be on here. So you'll see some things that are like the Hello Clean set, which is like the shave and wash and the lotion. Those are sets. If she just wants one of those, that's fine. I mean, I'm not so militant that it has to be that. Okay. I just want to spark the conversation. So after she does that, you total everything up, and then you say, okay, how would you like to take care of that tonight? And if she just looks at you like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, Venmo, Cash App, how would you like to pay? And then she gives you her pay option check, whatever, checks are kind of going away, but I mean, however she wants to pay, then I collect her money. Once I collect her money, then I say, okay, let's talk about your next appointment, your checkup facial. I book the checkup facial, and then I to be shared with friends. Okay. Book the checkup facial to be shared with friends, checkup facial to be shared with friends. I book her first, and then I ask her to invite her friends. If I say, you can have a party, and she's like, let me talk to my friends first and find out the perfect date. No, let's find out a day that works for her, and then we're going to add your friends to it. So let's talk about your checkup facial, and you book the appointment, and then you go, now you get great perks when you get whatever your hostess promo is, you get that when you invite friends. So if she invites no friends, you're still getting together with her at her checkup facial, or she's going to realize that she's got all these things. Let's go back to question number 3, or question number 4. If money were no object, what sets would you go home with tonight? Okay, so now's your time to reiterate. You could get your microdermabrasion for half price as a hostess gift. You could get a travel roll-up bag. You could get all these other things that maybe she didn't get because she likes them because she's already told you. Again, you have leverage. And the last closing question that I use is, Jana, have you ever thought about doing something like this? Have you ever thought about making any extra money? I think you would be so great, girl. Okay. You're present. And I go to affirming her. Okay. I don't tell her all the schedules. I don't tell her all the facts, the cars. And I just go, I think you'd be great. You're just like, you're friendly. Everybody adores you. You've already told us that you have a little need for extra money. She's indicated that with her shopping with you. Most of the time, they're going to tell you how they don't have any money. Okay. And I say, you work so hard. And for you not to have the extra things that you want, you don't have the extra money to get the things that you want. I'd love to help you learn a little bit about how you can make some extra money. Are you open to learning? Are you open to listening? And if she is, you book the appointment with her and you and your sales director, or you walk her through whatever the process is, or you let your director know that you have somebody that's interested. The last thing I say is, besides, it would be great training for me if you would say yes to listen because it would help me learn how to share, and my director will help us. But my goal, honestly, Janet, is that I want to be like independent and I want to work this business really well. And I have to learn all the ropes. So even if you just, were helping me, it would mean a lot to me. Plus, I'll give you that oil-free eye makeup remover that you want so bad. Again, you have leverage. You see what I'm saying? And then you pivot and you get her to say, okay, yeah, give me a call. We'll figure it out. And then I've got somebody that I can usher over to my director, or I can schedule my own interview with her if I no longer need my director anymore for that. So those are the questions. Did you have a good time? How does your face feel? What do you like the best about the skincare? If money were no object, what sets would you take home today? What would you like to start with tonight? What sets would you like to go home with today? Okay, great. Anything else? Okay, great. Anything else? How about this? Anything else? Okay, great. Oh my goodness, your order has unlocked the pink perks. I'm so excited. Yay, here you go. Okay, what? Anything else? Okay, no, you're just going to exercise one. Okay, great. Here you go. Da-da-da. Here's your total. How'd you like to take care of that tonight? Okay, great. Jana, have you ever thought about doing anything like this? Have you ever thought about making some extra money? And then the same thing from there. Okay, this is why I think you'd be amazing. You'd be so good. Think about it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you tomorrow and we'll, follow up, whatever it is, but put the thought in her mind. And then you've had a successful close. And then I send her back in and go, okay, Jenna, great. Will you send in Donna? And if I have the product right there, she goes out with her bag. And then Donna's like, you got the bag. I knew it. Now I have to get the bag. Then Donna sits down. Donna, thank you so much for coming. I love it. Short hair girls, we got to stick together, right? Oh my goodness, I love it. And glasses, we're like twins. So did you have a good time? Right into it. Right into it. Don't get distracted. Right. And then just memorize that, you guys. And you'll see a difference in your sales and your confidence because now you know what to say. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I think we're breaking up into rooms. Talk to your director about things that maybe the objections that you get and all the things that happen during the close. And if you've been doing something totally different and it's totally working for you, I wouldn't change it. But if you get different results all the time and you're up and down and blah, blah, I would talk to your director about what her 5 closing questions are. Okay. If we're going to open up the breakout rooms, 1 booking to 2, you go into your room, 3 to 4 and 5 and above, and everybody that has no booking stays here. You get more of me. Hey, Donna, I have a question. Because I'm in the main room, I've just been hanging up. Like, is that normal? Did Donna just left? Okay.
Yes, that's the deal, sister.
Okay.
You can close with inspiration, prayer, goodbye.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I don't have to like unhook YouTube or anything like that.
I think you're good.
All right. So let's talk a little bit, you guys, about your close, because I think that it's so important. It's the part I used to fear. I used to fear the close. And then I started training myself that I loved the close. And now I really do love the close. I can't wait to get through the party just to get to the close because I love the individual consultations. So tell me, you guys, what you either learned or something that you've been doing that maybe that you have questions on so we can get through any hiccups that you might have in your business.
What if they don't want to go into a different room? Because they're all big buddies and don't want to leave.
Okay, that's a great question. So you want to try to set that up beforehand so that they understand if they're like, no, I don't want to come in there. Well, sometimes what I do is I'll have a basket of like little gifts that are wrapped. And in order to get their little freebie, they have to come in with me. You know what I mean? And so I will sort of entice them to pull them away from the crowd. Okay. Now, we have also done individual consultations. We've just honestly, when we used to do Super Saturdays, we didn't have the room. So I would just sit next to each person and just move around the table. But the part that you want to try to avoid is Jana saying, my husband would kill me if I spent any more money because we're doing this huge construction at the house right now. And he would just, And then if you go, okay, yeah, I get it, I understand, okay, no problem. She's just given permission for everybody that's in earshot of that to say they got something that they can't. And she just squished your party. So you do want to try your best to get them away. And the easiest way to do that is to find the girl at the party that is like the sparkler, the girl that is really the most excited, that you really feel like is going to get something, and go, why don't we start with Marilyn? Marilyn, come on back. And then Marilyn will go with me, and then everybody else, they'll watch the video. That's when the food comes out, right? Then they start eating, and they have a cookie. I know Rena Tarbett said, sit them down, put a cookie in their mouth and play a video. So they don't talk, too much to themselves. So they're going to be like, what are you getting? Well, I don't know. What are you getting? Well, I can't get anything because if I got something. So you want to give them food and something to do. A lot of times that's glamour, like the glamour samples or like whatever to keep them busy. Anything else? Anybody else have any questions about something? I mean, if somebody says like, I'm not going back there, I don't want to talk to her, but I'm like, okay, that's cool. Who's next? Izzy, you're next. Okay, come on. And then she comes back and, that's cool. Mother, daughter, they'll come back together as a pair. That's fine. I prefer that anyway, because I want mom to come in. So, let's see, what else? You guys have any questions about anything else that might pop up?
I am curious. Sorry, I know you can't see me.
It's okay.
My forward-facing camera is broken. I know. But when you are with one person, do you ever have other people leave while you're in a room with someone else?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes what happens is that's their cue to like get out of there, right? They're like, okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna grab a book. Like, I'll call you tomorrow, and then they leave. And that, oops, hold on, I just about knocked my computer. That is, I got all excited. I chase them out into the parking lot. No, I'm kidding. That's gonna happen, and that it can be a little awkward. But here's what I do. If I have something I'm giving away, at the end, we did a ticket game for referrals, we played games or whatever. I'm going to do a drawing of some kind. I do the drawing after the close. And I try to get through the close as fast as possible. That's why it's good to have a choreographed close so that you can get through. Did you have a good time? How's your face feel? It looks amazing. What did you think about the skincare? What's your favorite thing about the skincare? I know, isn't it awesome? Okay, great. So let me just ask you really quick, if money were no object. I try to get through all of that so I can get to the next person, because I want to give away the gift, and they have to stay to get the gift. If they leave, must be present to win. You know what I mean? And so the gift's been sitting there all day. They want to know what's in there. And you know what I'm saying? So if they leave, I just follow up with them. I send them a text message. I'm sorry you had to go. Did you have a good time? What'd you like the best? Is there anything I can get to you right away? I try to still do the close with them. It'll just be through text message, and it won't be as strong because they're off doing something else.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. That's a good question. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to have, once you start dealing with people, you're going to have all kinds of things happen. Like, you're going to be like, I was at this party and this lady, I mean, like, you're just not going to believe the things that some people will do. That's just part of it. You just have to go, okay, that's no problem. I've done a party where it was a big fat zero. Everybody, no, 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 no. And then I'm like, okay, great, awesome. Well, listen, take my card. If you change your mind, give me a call. It's not a problem. I have 2 examples. One, the very first party I ever went to, I was a single mom. I was broke as a joke. I went to help a friend, and she said she was going to have wine. And I got there, and the sales director, or whoever it was, I don't know if it was a sales director or a consultant, but she was literally like, you don't want to buy anything, not even a lipstick, not even to help the hostess. Like, you want nothing? I don't understand. Like, and I was at that point, my D went off the chart, and I was like, I'm out of here. And I remember that about Mary Kay. On the flip side, I've had people call me up the very next day and say, I got home and my husband was like, what did you do? You look amazing. And he really loved it. So I need everything I put on my face. And because I wasn't so pressed about the sale right then, she came back around later. You know what? I woke up this morning and my face felt better. And I wanted to put that stuff back on my face. I had to wash my face with my Dove soap last night and I was mad, and then they buy stuff. So I just find that you get more bees with honey. So I go, it's no problem. Just take my card. If you change your mind, call me. I'm right here. It's no big deal. I'm just glad, I'm grateful that you came. You gave me your honest opinion. Is this ever anything you'd ever think about doing? Maybe you can I could teach you how to make a little extra money. Right. And so, it all leads to something, a sale or the hostess, or you're going to talk to her about the opportunity. Okay. What else? Anybody else have like something crazy that happened? You just like, I got one that happened. Never gonna believe it. I've had all kinds of stuff. I've had people do drugs at a party. Showed up at a party. She had no furniture. It's just, we washed her. She had a pedestal sink in her bathroom in her new apartment, and we were washing our faces in this little pedestal sink in a little barely lit bathroom. I'm like, this is some crazy, but I was in DIQ. I had to wash your face in a puddle. I was like, it's okay. You know what? We're going to just chop all this other stuff out. We're just going to do cleanser and moisturizer. And I think I just washed their face with like sold a basic skincare set. What you show and tell you sell, So.
What about if you're at a party and you say this, is there anybody that needs to leave first? But then they leave first and they don't get the prize.
That's a great, see, Diane, who's your sales director? What?
Allison Carter.
Oh my goodness, Diane. So smart. And thank you for reminding me of that. Yes. At the party, you either want to, I would encourage you to build your confidence. So if your confidence is low, you want to grab the person that is the funnest person there and like sit down with her first. But I do say, if any of you have to leave in a hurry, let's get together first. Which one of you has to get out of here right away? And then, because that way you can at least try to close her, and then she's out of there knowing she's going to miss the drawing, but she's got to go. But at least you had an opportunity to try to close her. So smart, Diane. Girl, Diane's like my right-hand girl too. She's been with me forever.
Well, we've even done facials in the back of a wine store.
We did?
In the mall, me and Marcia.
Oh, yes. I've done facials at a Chinese, like a Vietnamese nail salon. They're like, I'm in the back. So I go in the back and I'm in there facialing people. It's like so random. It's all, I've matched foundation in the parking lots. There's so many places. It doesn't have to be sexy and cute. You don't have to have little doilies and all the little placemats. And because here's the thing, put that on, take that off. How's your facial? Which you like the best?
Don't you remember the facials on the plaza in the back room, in the bathroom of the White House Black Market?
Yes. We went shopping.
And I had the starter kit. We left them a starter kit.
Also, I was with you. I believe I was with you. I flew to Kansas to warm chat with Jana, and we went out and warm chatted, and we met this girl at the mall, and she was working at the cosmetic counter, and we took her into the bathroom of Macy's and facialed her there. I have done so many different things, like, just like on the fly, like, how spontaneous are you? Mm-hmm. You want to do it on your hand? Let's do it on the back of your hand. Doesn't have to be your face. You know what I'm saying? Touch the product. Again, a lot of times people are buying into you, and then they like what you have to offer. And they're like, you know what? This is so crazy. Just give me what did I just do? Just give me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be poised and polished and perfect, and I have to know everything about the product. No, not at all. Not at all. The close does not have to be intimidating. Did you have a good time? Peggy, did you have a good time? Thank you so much for coming, girl. I just so appreciate it. It was so nice to get to meet you. And I just love that you're a teacher and that whatever, you paid attention. So you learned something about her, right? You just reinforced that. And then did you have a good time? How does your face feel? Would you like the best? I try to keep it kind of quick and short. And then, she starts off on a tangent. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know. Would you like the best about the skincare? Just, shoot her straight. And then what would you like to start with after, you find out what her favorite things were and what she'd get with no money were no object. And money was no object, I'd buy it all. And I go, I know. Well, you can have it all. I have it all here tonight. And they go, oh, I can get it tonight? Yes, girl, you can get it all tonight. Okay, let me see the book again. Boom. That's how you do it. I bet you if you start doing that, and let me just tell you some horror stories. I earned a car in Mary Kay doing it wrong, but I was working twice as hard as all the other consultants there. And I remember going to the meetings and being like, I had 5 parties and I sold 600 this week. And a woman named Nettie Amity was selling $1,000 a week. And she's like, I had time for a party and I did a double facial. I'm like, how are you doing that? What are you doing? And I remember stopping and saying, please tell me what. She goes, I do the closing questions just like we were taught. I'm like, that can't be that. What else? Well, there has to be more. It can't be, did you have a good time? Yes, that's what it was. It was the same. She mastered it. She knew how to make it special, and it gave her room to not have to worry or think about it. And she could start paying attention to other things at the party, like spotlighting people and making people feel good and making comments about people's careers and children. And because the clothes, she wasn't nervous about at all because she had memorized it. All of you probably can ride a bike. Maybe not, you haven't ridden a bike in years, but I bet you if you got on a bike, you'd be like, oh yeah, I got it. Same thing with your clothes. All right. What else? I feel like we're early. We have extra time. I'm so excited.
Everything was so good. Thank you, Allison.
Yeah, the
great training.
Great training. I was going to say the same thing.
Oh, thank you. I know I was talking
Yes, very
fast,
good.
very important that you do something like that. And the unlocking of the perks, there's something about they unlocked something special that they're like, what is it? And then you're like, you get these, yay, extra special stuff for your order today.
I love it. I love that you said, what do you like best about the skincare? And if they don't comment, well, I really liked how, the mascara made my lashes feel. Okay, great. Yeah, I love that too. What about the skincare? What do you like best about the skincare?
Yeah, because you want to keep that in the front part of their brain of what the skincare.
That needs to be their focus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to thank you in decades to come.
Correct. I mean, look how cute we are.
Amen.
And the face is going to thank you.
Right. So, all right. Does anybody want to have a close or want to say anything before we go? What time do we, I feel like, do we just turn it off? And if they're in a room, then they just get shut off?
Their rooms, Donna is hosting. So, and when she gets off, then it can, then.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But we can leave whenever. So, yeah, let's just speak God's blessings over everyone for this week.
For real, you guys have a powerful month end. Go book those appointments so you can practice your close on somebody. Just say it in your sleep.
Oh, I would like to say something. Jana, I think your car, picking up your car, and when you did this was such a blessing. If no one didn't get that message, I don't know what will.
Amen.
That was a blessing from God, and that was a blessing you did.
Mm-hmm.
And I shared it with another Mary Kay person that's not on this right now. She goes, "Oh my gosh, that's so powerful."
Well, you know what? We are we're blessed, I think, in our businesses, and we want to reflect what the Lord gives us, because really every good gift is from above. And
Yes.
If we would believe him for what he wants us to do through this business and how he wants us to use this business to impact the lives of others, and how he wants us to be working this business so this business is around for generations to come. If we believed him for what he's got for us, we would all be doing crazy stuff. So go out there and don't hold back, ladies, because you've got the baton in your hand. And remember, you don't want to finish the race with the baton in your hand. You want to pass it on to others.
That's right.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
God bless you all.
Thank you, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.